The Nerdy Narrative, a channel where I explore all kinds of fun science fiction, fantasy, and horror bookish content. If you are already part of the family, welcome back. If you're new here and you like what you see, click subscribe down below to join the family. Also have a link down below in the description box for my Discord server if you'd like to join us for chatting over there. By joining Discord, you get to interact with the whole Nerdy Narrative family. I'd love to see you there. Today, I get to share with you all of the things I read last week. What I've been reading to start off every morning for the last couple of weeks, and that is my journey through the Inuyasha manga, which I'm buddy reading with Una from the channel The Codex Cantina. The set that I've read this past week have been some of my favorites so far. To start off my day with a really fun read, such as the Inuyasha manga with a big old cup of coffee, while talking about it with Una, there literally isn't any better way to get things going. I can read one in less than an hour. It's just a great way to kind of just get my juices going, get me in a good mood. We have already talked about what we're gonna read next. I'm really excited. Next, I am still working on my Way of Kings reread. I should have this finished in the next couple of weeks. And for those that may be new, I am rereading The Way of Kings with the Storm Along 2020 group that's hosted by Christy Lewis, Seeking Stories, Michael Nip, and the musical Bookworm. I have found so many things that I missed the first time that I read this book, and it has just really amped up my excitement. What's even better is every 2 weeks there's a live stream that I get to talk about all the cool things I found with other friends that are reading it too, and hear about stuff that they caught that I missed. The live streams are really a high point of my life right now. I am a little bit behind the group right now because I literally stopped everything for my next book I'm about to talk about. But it's no worries. I've already read it once, so I'll be fine. When this book arrived on my doorstep, everything else ceased to exist. I dug straight into it, and that was it. My husband was so cool. He let me feed him leftovers for dinner that night. He left me alone to read this book and just to exclaim aloud randomly when I would read certain things. Oh man, this book was so worth waiting for. I know it was 6 years since we got a book, but man, he made sure he made that up to us in this book. So originally Peace Talks and Battleground was one book, and his publisher talked him into splitting it. You can tell it's halved. I mean, I'll just be honest, you can tell. You know that, and it's okay because I know in a couple of months I'm gonna get the other half. Now, if they have decided to wait a year before giving me Battlegrounds, I'd be freaking livid. If there was ever a time I was gonna manifest wizard abilities, it would probably be then, because oh boy, where this thing stopped. But yeah, this book gave me life. It was a fantastic addition to the Harry Dresden Files. I am so excited for the next one. I am apologizing to y'all in advance. I know that some of y'all that's been here since the beginning have had to listen to me talk about Peace Talks for the last 5 months, and now for the next 2 you're gonna have to listen to me talk about Battleground. I'm so sorry, but I'm so excited. Unfortunately, Peace Talks took me a little longer to read than I had anticipated because I really thought I was gonna knock it out in one day, and then I was planning to start Lies of Locke Lamora the next day. There was so much to absorb, and I was taking notes, that it just kind of slowed me down, which isn't a bad thing at all. I really have enjoyed BookTube teaching me to slow down and actually pay more attention to the surroundings in my books than just blazing through and missing more than I picked up. I did put up a discussion video about Peace Talks this past Friday on the channel if you want to take a look. Do not watch it if you have not read Peace Talks. I know I have a lot of friends that have started the Dresden Files and they're working their way through, and I am just telling you that if you're looking at the fact that there's 16 books in this series and you think, oh gosh, is the momentum going to carry through? And I can assure you that yes, it does. It's crazy how Jim Butcher can get better with every book. And I wanted to let the Peace Talks giveaway go through a couple of extra days. The winner will be announced in Friday's video, which is going to be the Q&A that I did in celebration of the Nerdy Narrative family reaching over 300 members strong. That one should have already been up, but I had technical difficulties and it had to be refilmed. So for audiobook, I mentioned in my previous update that I had been listening to the Elfstones of Shannara. I just couldn't get into it. I tried. The narrator is just, I'm not a fan of his. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt and just keep going with it and see if I could make it work and just get used to it. I couldn't do it. He sounds kind of corny when he does his voices for other characters. And what dealt the death blow for that audiobook is my library emailed me and said that Death Mask audiobook was available. And so I went straight for that. You know, I've been doing the rereads of the Dresden Files in the audiobook format, and I was just too excited. I had told myself I wasn't going to start another one until I read Peace Talks in case I got them confused, but I just couldn't. As soon as I got hold of Death Mask, I jumped straight into it. Death Mask is the reread I have enjoyed the most so far. One of my favorite side characters is introduced into this one. Well, there's more than one. There's like 3 that get introduced into this one. If the Dresden Files were ever made into movies, when Death Mask comes out, towards the beginning, there are 2 characters that are introduced, and the way that they're introduced, I'm gonna be that idiot that's gonna be standing up, hollering, clapping, screaming in the theater, being really extra, and it's okay. Further in, one of my other favorite side characters that shows up, it's a situation where Harry gives her a name. It just totally gave me the Never-Ending Story vibes when Bastian gives the childlike empress her name, and I was like, I mean, books that just give you such sheer joy like that are just to be treasured. And those are all the updates I have for you today, guys. I hope you had an amazing week last week. I hope this one is even better for you. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you soon.